Hey all, RS Games 1999 here with yet another episode breakdown. Just 4 months late. Sorry about that. Here we take a look behind the scenes and share some of the info on the episode you might not get at face value. We have 3 categories to look at today, the first of which, lip flaps. Oh boy, this again. Alright. Implant, implant, and altered, implant, panning shot, turn still, implant, slight moving shot, altered, slight moving shot, altered, panning, turn still, slight movement, and implant, moving shot, turn still, panning, turn still, erasing of flaps, panning, turn still, heavily altered, shaking, turn still, implant, and colorized, panning shot, and implanted. Why the fuck do I do this? And now we cover visual edits. During the opening scene, we changed quite a bit between the preview and the actual episode's release. The walls in the hall were changed to open air, so Shiro would have a ledge to jump off of for this line.
How come it's not calling you Dave? And if you answer with get good, I'm going to jump off this ledge.
And a new shot was added for that effect as well. From the beginning though, I had a spotlight effect on Akatsuki in order to make her look more convincingly in Shiro's light ball. The menu button here is the same one that I used for Menu-sama, just reworked so I can say something else. I also added a white backdrop behind the image and then put a film grain effect on it to make it look like a camera was capturing a screen. As we established in annotations on last episode, this menu button has the proper character in place for the word Sama. In episode 1, I'd spelled it with katakana by mistake, but then Richie corrected me and told me I was supposed to spell it in hiragana, which I found out was correct. I also made the button go backwards here since we're looking at it from behind. For the whole Susukino shaking, I added a film grain effect and then got rid of every single setting except for the ones that would cause the image to wobble. I then found out during episode 3 that Final Cut does have an effect for this, I just didn't know. Side note, I don't know if it's the same way for every video editor, but I have to do workarounds for programs like that like all the time. It's pretty much par for the course. When these swords shine, a bit of glow starts to mess with Yanta's face too much in the original shot, so I used a mask to make a cone where the glow wouldn't hit him. For the lock between Demikos and Yanta, I had a lot of trouble getting these flaps to work. Demikos has weird disconnects in his hair between frames, and Yanta was pulsing green rather than staying one consistent shade. I used purple shapes and masks to repair the hair, and lots of colorized effects and masks had to be used for Nyanta. And now for my favorite category, we have Fun Facts. The beginning of the episode, up until the opener starts playing, was originally shown as a preview at AkaiCon 2016. Afterwards, we had 2 bloopers, one from Shiro and Akatsuki respectively. We later uploaded the preview without the bloopers to our channel, then privatized it once the episode dropped. So remember how in the last breakdown we mentioned that there was a scene moved into episode 2? This scene with Marielle and Henrietta is the one in question. The one with Nyanta and Sarah, though, is quite different than when we first scripted. See, I wasn't really able to sit in on a lot of our writing for this episode, and didn't realize until quite late that we had no footage for the way this scene was supposed to go. So we decided to rewrite the scene last second and then move the due date from Christmas to New Year's. This episode was kind of riddled with rewrites like that. A couple people have asked me where I get my sound effects, so I'll just go ahead and address that. My sounds come from all kinds of sources. I use some from DBZ, Sonic, Soul Eater, Final Cut's own libraries, LEGO games, Naruto, Vanguard, Yu-Gi-Oh!, and just random sounds I can find online. I even record some of them myself. Always be careful when downloading, but really doing so is the only way to get sounds sometimes. Sometimes I'll also use various audio effects and cuts in order to distort sounds I already have and repurpose them. I also asked Yaroshien for a bit of help in the way of getting armor sounds to use with Demikos this episode. Thank you, Aaron! This is officially the last episode that will use my old mic, as I pretty much right after this episode got a brand new setup. I'd like to take a moment to appreciate the naming sense of RobotFan987, the voice of Shiro. I'll just let these linger for a bit. For the lines Akatsuki had in the campfire scene, we actually asked Lennon to make food so she could record the "I've got some rope" line that she was chewing, as well as to add a little sound effect for when she responds to Shiro not long after. Her response was, to say the least,
God damn it, fucking food!
Cheerful. And that's it for our video today. Thanks for watching, and make sure to check out the episode if you haven't already. Thank you, and good night.